Good morning. Hi, Nico and Patty and Hamit. And oops, oh, I just hit the wrong screen. Let me get you back. What did I do? Good. I don't know what I did. Where did it go? Okay. I was going to swipe up. Yeah, same. There we go. Good morning. Hi, Diane. Hi, Patty, Nico, everyone else already on Zoom.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Hamit. Hey, Paul. Good morning. Hi, Gio. Hi, Christoph. Morning.
Good morning, Linda.
Good to
Hi,
see
everyone
you.
else.
Geshe Gallic should be arriving any minute now. So those of you on Zoom, remember just if you can keep your camera on, that's awesome because Geshe Gallic does actually see you all on a monitor. Um, I understand if you can't, if there's like connection issues and whatnot. And those of us in the Gampa, Geshe Gillick should be arriving any moment now. For those of you who might be new with us, once Geshe Gillick arrives, we do stand up and then we wait, and then he will do prostrations. And we can actually, he has invited us to prostrate with him if you are doing prostrations. And if you're not comfortable with that or don't know what that is, don't worry about it. You can just stand and as Geshe says, think something positive. And then once Geshe sits down, we sit down. There are gold prayer books located in the back seat covers, or if you're on a cushion, on the cushions and on the little tables in front of the cushions. So we will be using that this morning as well. Those of you online, it comes, we put it online for you. Okay, thank you. Geshe has arrived. And Venerable Tendron's here too. Yeah, that's very exciting. Yay!
Oh, if you're in the Gampa, please turn to page 34 in the Gold Prayer Book, and we'll chant the Shakyamuni Buddha mantra 3 times, and then the Medicine Buddha stanza and once, and then the mantra 7 times. And I think the 4 measurables are also on that page. So first we'll start with Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. Te ata so te soha te mone 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 so. Bhagawan with equal compassion for all, whose name, when merely heard, dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispel of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light. Te ata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate so. Heata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Heata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Heata Om Bekanze Bekanze Bekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Teata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Maha Bekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha, Teata Om Bekanze, Bekanze, Maha Bekanze, Bekanze, Raja Samugate Soha. Okay, now the four measurables, 3 times in English. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. Okay, go to page 37 and we'll read the verse of praise for Chenrezig and then chant the mantra. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, who sees a perfect Buddha, crowns in light, gazing compassion in all beings. To you, Chenrezig, I'll sing when I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. And now the verse of praise and mantra for Tara, green Tara on page 37. Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. 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 Now, if you go back to page 34, Geshe will lead us in the refuge and bodhicitta prayer.
Sanje chena sonye dagi cheshi jebe sunam je andola mene Sanje chena dagi cheshi andola mene. This prayer is, of course, this is like traditional when you know before you teach class. So this is all for how to set up the proper motivations. And here that me explaining some teaching here, you are listening, all our effort or energy only dedicated for benefit other, not just Tibetan or American, everything that breathes. We care about their happiness. So in Buddhism, that is the purpose of life, working for happiness of other living beings. The best way to achieve your own happiness. So that's this prayer is all about, So if you are able to say, you are welcome to say, but please don't feel obligated. You are not obligated. So point here is to just to think. Just think that you are coming here, you are present at the center is just to benefit. That's all, just to benefit. So that's what we need. We need to benefit each other. We need to help each other to achieve much happiness as possible. So that is the purpose of life. Okay, just to share with you. Sanje cheda sanje. Dane sanje dagi chushin je sunan je dagi sanje. Pada lame mida miyo je omba da jajin la so chuje chungla jawa jeba nama sanje sunan randa. Dedara je je tambe chunye je dirje. Namo laye ke dano dande je ke te kwa dana me ye ke no 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 kunje no no je zaba tamje ke do tabe chue de. Kange tuze nye so ne tawa tamje bombe je tambe chue de de zaba kwa tam de la chao se. Good morning. Good morning. Greetings from the bluebird. Can you hear? Oh, that's good. So now finally, bluebird generated bodhicitta. So last time you couldn't hear. One more time, okay? Can you hear now? Okay, finish. Short introduction, please. Short introductions. Good morning, Diane. Diane Com. Good morning. Good morning, Tara Devi. Wonderful name. Good morning, Nico. Good morning, Pandit Jayapati. Good morning, Colin. Grace. Good morning, Grace. Grace. Adina Grace. Good morning. Good morning, Paul, Cameron. Good morning, Sophia. Christoph, good morning. Good morning, Javi Rosa. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, Shaden. Good to see you again. Oh, good morning, Venerable Tenzil Hamo. Oh, sorry. Good morning, Javena. Good morning, Fernanda, Marcelo. Good morning. Good morning, Kim. Good to see you again. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning, Lisa. And a few invisible beings. Good morning, invisible. And good morning, anybody watching on YouTube. Good morning.
So for those of you on Zoom, I'm going to open up 4 breakout rooms. And if you want to choose one, you can choose a room and go and say hi to your fellow Zoom students.
For you.
So feel free to join, and Alejandra and Spanish speaking folks, you can join the same room together. Try to.
Michael.
Hola, yeah.
Good morning from California. I don't know if this is working.
Ay, hola, sí, yo te escucho bien, Ale. Hola a los Spanish speakers.
Hola,
Ahí.
Pedro. Hola, Juan.
Oh, well, buenos dias.
Hola,
Buen día.
Días.
buenos días.
Buenos dias.
Acá estamos con nieve.
I
Qué
don't know how I
lindo,
ended up here.
precioso.
Good morning, everyone from New Orleans.
Bastante nieve.
Buenos dias from
Hola,
California.
Argentina, Bariloche, con mucha nieve.
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires.
Oh,
Ahí está.
Good morning from Olympia, Washington.
okay.
Good morning.
So, like Linda, can you open this door? Maybe.
How did I get into this room?
Maybe like close. Heather, maybe close. If you are there, just close. You feel more comfortable there.
Hola, Adriana. Hola.
Buenos días, ¿cómo te va? No sé
Yeah.
quién habla. ¿Cómo
Maybe
te
they
va?
feel more comfortable. Maybe they feel more
Yo
comfortable
no
closing
entiendo
the
lo de
door.
los cuartos, ¿eh?
Yeah. Okay.
Ah,
That's okay.
Okay, everyone.
Ah.
We'll wrap up our hellos and go ahead and get
Hello.
started.
me muteo, ¿no?
Okay, thank you. Mm, uh, please don't think this is what I'm going to say is not something new. So probably you already heard maybe more than 1,000 times. But I think it's important, to all of us to understand. Dunga Tamutan and teachings, when you look around here, nobody wants any sufferings. What is that? That is the fact. Nobody, monks, nuns, Buddhist, non-Buddhist, Christian, believer, not believer, animals, nobody want any sufferings. So it's quite important to understand. Nobody content when it comes down to happiness. Nobody is satisfied. Always looking more and more, looking for more and more. There are many children da da shen la cheba yu da you she other. There's no differences. When it comes down on this fact, there's no differences. Therefore, wish happiness for other. That's exactly what they're looking for. If you give them what they're looking for, you will gain something. You will probably gain same amount of happiness. So that should be above every religious belief. That's what humanity needs. That's what you need. So you shouldn't cause any suffering, extra suffering for yourself because you don't want any sufferings. It's nothing to do with religious belief. It's just fact. So that's very, very important to understand. So that's the honest, genuine, sincere way to connect ourselves with others, wishing happiness for others is the way to achieve one's own happiness. So, therefore, doing something good for others, you feel good. That's why. So that's very important. So very important to understand. You don't want any suffering, even the slightest suffering. Therefore, you should not cause more sufferings to yourself, being critical, looking down, being very judgmental based on whatever appearances, ideas, not getting what you like, looking for, working hard, all of that, So, so that's very important. That's fundamental things. I think this should be above any religious belief. So then humanity will be better place. There will be harmony within the friendship, within the family, within the community, within the state, country. So that's what's lacking now. It's not shortage of religion, organized religion institutions. There's no shortage of temple, church. It's like fundamental understanding is what is lacking. I just want to share. And I myself trying, every day, trying to remind myself that. So, and trying to relate to other in the basic level. And there's the very fundamental level. Something you want to share. So then, forgot, like to welcome Tentonla. So some of you know, some of you may not know. So welcome to center. Yeah. So then I decided to do some meditation. So first, why this is the meditation I'm going to lead. It's called single-pointed meditation. Single-pointed meditation. The first, why? Why do single-pointed meditations? So then, instead of me making things up, so we'll read from the Guide to Buddhist Way of Life, taught by Lama Atisha around 8th century. Around 8th century, this book has been written around 8th century. Chapter number 5, Lamala, please, can you read in English? Maybe first stanza, second stanza, then third stanza. Yeah, 3 stanza. Yeah.
It's called Guarding Alertness. And the first stanza, those who wish to guard their practice should very attentively guard their minds, for those who do not guard their minds will be unable to guard their practice.
Here, practice is the literally translation of the word laba. It meaning like self-discipline, not by discipline by somebody else. Voluntary self-discipline is very much needed, in my opinion, in order to maintain this life with less complications. So that's, it's like some kind of like self-discipline. Okay, the practice means self-discipline. So then next stanza.
In this world, unsubdued and crazed elephants are incapable of causing such harms as the miseries of the deepest hell, which can be caused by the unleashed elephant of my mind?
So let's not talk about hell. So we decide not to talk about hell here.
Did you want verse stanza number 5?
No need to change. You're
Okay.
asking to change?
No, I thought you said verse 1 and then verse 5.
Yeah. So 1 second. So so here, need to be more practical. Can't just say, oh, we should not do things with sake of belief. But that's not the best way to do. We do things, something that makes sense. It makes sense, then we do. No, we don't do without things that doesn't make sense. And so why I so supposed to gain something, about reading Hell Realm, need to gain something. If you're not gaining anything, why you read? It doesn't make sense. Why you think doesn't make sense? There's enough hell in the human realm. We have enough problems. So we don't need to go that far. So that's why I said no need to think about that. So no, just see like amount of chaos that causes by mind, which is like powerful as elephant. So how many people have seen elephant, wild elephant? Wild? So you saw the wild elephant? Oh, in my monastery, we monk, we have to go to, we grow corn. When you plant the seed, so then you go there all night long to guard the wild boar, because they smell one seed, they will eat, because no seed has been planted like line by line like this. So then they just go, they smell one, then they eat all of that, then 1 acre, one night is gone. So if you are guarding that area, so tomorrow you wake, maybe you fall asleep, maybe you just sleep, not guarding the wild boar. Tomorrow you are the only one needs to go there, plant again. The rest of the monk knows, oh, see, now he was asleep last night. You are the only person planting the seed, putting the seed down in that part of the land. Whole other monks doing something else there. Then you stick out, you are the only, everyone knows, oh, you sleep last night. What do? You have like, you probably make fire and bring empty can. You bang all night long, down, and then make fire. Then you have flashlights. So if you're not very lazy, people walk their territory 2 acres. If you're kind of lazy, then you make bonfire, bang, then the flashlight and goes like that. And of course, not easy, so then maybe fall asleep. Then the corn grow. Then elephant comes. Now the wild boar, they can jump, eat the stuff. Now the elephant comes. Then you go there to guard elephant. Oh, elephant just going inside, just moving, probably destroy like huge like crops, just moving around. So that's why it's powerful physically, not mentally, physically. So our mind's like that. So amount of chaos that caused by mind is unbelievable. So that's what this means. Okay, the next one, please.
Do you mean the next stanza
Yes,
or
the next,
okay. However, if the elephant of my mind is firmly bound on all sides by the rope of mindfulness, all fears will cease to exist and all virtues will come into my hand.
So now I need to think, is that true? If I manage to control my mind, will that reduce anxiety, fear? That's what Shantideva said around 8th century. How you will find out? We need to try. We need to meditate, do single point meditation. Okay. So now That is the benefit. That's why single-pointed meditation is good. So now Shantideva explains how to do. So now I will lead you. There's a couple of different ways that you can do single-pointed meditations. Of course, there are a number of ways. There's like 9 stages of shamatha meditation. That's the kind of like quite a challenge. There's like 9 steps you go through. So when you go out of the center, there's like painting. Elephant, the monk, the monkey, the rabbit. That kind of explain, this painting kind of explain 9 stages of the shamatha meditations. So that, not that one today. So that one, there's like whole set of the teachings there, the whole set of teachings. So this one, based on this 9 stages of shamatha meditations, the meditation I'm going to lead is more likely first step, first, what's called Nangdu Jogba, be within, be present, be within. That's what's called Nangdu Jogba. I'm talking about the 9 stages, but that's not meditation I'm going to lead today. The second one, second stage is called maintaining that meditation, Jundu Jogba. It's like how to maintain that meditation. Okay, so this meditation is more related to the first stage. Be within, be present, like that. Okay. So there's 3 different ways to do. So one, you can do using your own breath. Exhale, jung, exhale. 1, 2. Each time when you inhale, you count, not in the mala road, in your mind. If you're having a hard time, then you could say out, in, but less word is better because this is about concentrations. So that's the one that you could do. You can count 21 without distractions. You learn how to be within, be present. You learn that exactly. There's one option, breathing meditations. Second one, what is the one? There's 2 different ways to say guide, self-guided meditation. One, you could say yourself, beware of your awareness. I'm not sure how much you are taught about awareness. I'm not sure what kind of image you get when we say awareness. Yeah, that's one reason. Be aware of your awareness. Or in text, it's called nawa appearances. Pemping, this word term pemping means it's not this, it's not that, it's nothing. What is looks like? It looks like probably like this, nothing. It appears, but it is not this, is not that. It's just what you call in English, nawa pemping. Appearances, wake, yeah, appearances, there's not this or that. Wake appearances, wake, vague,
Vague.
vague appearances, vague. So, not dualism. The dualism, dualism is like object, subject, or distant. Object, subject, distant. That's called like in Buddhism. There's many what do you call? They call school. I don't like the term school, but kind of systems. The system There's one system called mind-only system. Mind-only system. That system believes everything's mind. It's just that when you see things, there's a tendency. The tendency is split. One become subject, one become object. That's how you see. The very prayer that you are seeing, that you are the only one who's seeing that nobody else sees, because that's part of your awareness or your consciousness. In the mind-only system, then that's dualistic. It's like object, subject, distance. Then there's another system called Pasangical system. It becomes a little bit subtler than that. That in that system, dualistic is not that, is much more subtle. Okay. So now here, Nawa literally means appearances. Pempyu means Pempyu, the word. It's not this, it's not that. That sounds like space. Huh? I wish you speak, sometimes I wish you speak Tibetan, so then we all speak the same language, so that's hard.
Venerable Trikula says that it's a perception of something that is unclear, blurry, indistinct, for something to appear to the mind without sharpness. Now,
Yes, that's like a lot of word. Tibetan, now there's only one word. So there's so many. Sorry, that's part, maybe that sounds more like that. Or like be aware of your awareness, or just that, like appearances, which is not this, not that. Just focus. Another thing, because I have to, one of my American friends, she helped me to translate this, but this is it's kind of like funny. When you read it, kind of makes you laugh. So it goes like this: don't think I think, don't think I think. You are thinking. Maybe there's third options. So more I think samja sambar mijashins. Don't think I think. You are thinking. What it does, it's like this kind of leading you to space between thought. It's kind of leading you space between thought. Don't think a thing you are thinking about. So then, then little while after sometime now that living between the space between thought is not that easy. Then after that, then that second line is trying to you to keep on that space. Don't think you are not thinking a thing. First, don't think a thing you are thinking. Pause. What happens if you are thinking like this? If you are not thinking space, then you are in there's kind of after this space, there's not space. Then you are kind of like remain there. So then maybe of course the mind start always think. Then maybe think, then what second line? Don't think you are not thinking a think. Make sense? Trying to keep you in the space. So then when you are not thinking or thinking, you are not thinking about it. I'm not making this up, sorry. This is the text. I'm not sure a couple of years ago they wrote. When you are not thinking, there's a third line, or thinking, you are not thinking about it. Pause. Then, last line, then you see ultimate truth. How we can tell? We need to meditate. Oh, is it so hard to learn? No, it's not hard to learn. If I can learn, you can learn. Maybe you can learn faster, more younger. You can learn faster. Take me a long time. Samja Sambar Mijaji. So what it's doing is trying to guide you towards space between thought. Second line, trying to keep you there. On third line, same thing, keep you there. And if you're still there, maybe you are seeing something you have never seen before, like that, okay? And one more thing, then we meditate. There's three, you remember the three ways to meditate: breathing, being aware of awareness, or like being aware of now appearance, is not that, is not that. Then the third one, don't think a thing, you are thinking. That's all guided meditation. So then there's another set of practice called 6 perfections. The perfection number 6, the perfection number 5 is called concentrations. What it does, when the moment you concentrate, your mind gets calm and peaceful. Is that true? Need to test. How? Like this. Focus on breath, guide, beware of your awareness, or think. Don't think a thing you are thinking about, just guide. Is that piece of cake? No, unfortunately, it's not piece of cake. Is it possible to do? I think some human did it. Maybe you could do the same thing because we are all human. So it's something that overnight you accomplish, probably not. Need to put some effort. Okay. So someday, Chishi. So according to this profession, concentrations make your mind calm and peaceful. Indirectly, what it means? It means having more thought. Better to have one thought than having more thought. That's what it is. You are trying to have less thought. The best case scenario, just one thought of what? Thinking this, nothing else. That's how your mind gets calm and peaceful. Because your life gets so busy. No, Buddhism is not that simple. It's very, look at all these books. There's thousands of them. Simply, you don't have time to study. So this is, you should have time for this. Just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That's impossible. For the sake of your own peace of mind. Okay. So with that, so now whatever technique that you use, mechanism or method of breathing, being aware of your awareness, or maybe don't think a thing you're thinking about that. So then we do maybe see how long we can do meditation. Okay. Which one is better? This one? Or the bell? Maybe the bluebird is better. So then we can meditate again. So like should meditation should be done short. And this is very important for my friend. Short, multiple. When you enjoying, when you become good at, few, long. Begin with a long, mistake. It's a mistake. Begin with short, multiple. So then I have to tell you something. What happened now during the meditation when thought comes? Namto kangda kangkebas. Namto could means self-made stories or thought. Kangda kang means whatever it might be. Doesn't have to be something negative. It could be simple as like thinking about chocolate chip cookie or home chocolate chip cookie from the whole food. Is that positive or negative? It's just not positive, no negative, it's just thought. Namtok, whatever the thought story the thought creates. When thought rise, what you should do, namtok kanda kanjava, teta tini nusungchas. Just simply recognize them, don't follow. Just stay in meditation. So that's the one I want to share. So then now, how to place my mind, in this case, like on my awareness, being aware of my awareness, being aware of the space, which is very much sounds like Nawa Pempin. So then I personally, for me, but it's not in the text, it needs to be very clear, not in the text. It's not in the text, it's just my idea. So for me, it helps. I just imagine mirror, zero reflections, no reflection, zero. But it has ability, if you bring something, it will reflect. But right now, there's zero reflections. So that helps me be aware of my awareness. So we are very visual, so some visual, this kind of helps. Mirror, zero reflections. But it has ability, like awareness. What is awareness? Is clear knowing. What is the awareness? How you define awareness according to Buddhist philosophy? Clear knowing. That is the definition of awareness. So now, how to place my awareness on my awareness? There are 6 methods been mentioned. One, your meditation should be like sun that's free from cloud. First method. If I remember all the 6 of them, I will try, but I'm not sure. And Kala Chapur Jeshishas. Ka, sky, cha, bird. When they fly, the bird fly in the sky, there's no imprint. There's no imprint. Makes sense? There's no imprint. Like that. This meditation should be like bird flying the sky. Chapur J, or handprint that you see in the sand looks like hand, but there's nothing. When the bird fly, there's nothing, no imprint. It shouldn't be like that. Only pujung lagan tashisha means baby looking at things. When they look at, they have no opinions, they have no judgmental thought, they don't make story, they just see as they are. Like that. Baby looking at things. And just like oceans, Something happened on the surface, but deep, always calm. And that's 4. So like when you make a bed, so the kind of what do you call the piece of
The sheets and the blanket.
Yeah, that goes on. Then sometimes when you wake up, it's all like curled up. So then when you go like this, kind of like that. That's the one. Other. Yeah, I even forgot how to say in Tibetan. There's five, there's six of them. The last one is missing, so I'm not sure. But Chungji Kala Dingshisha, the last one. Big bird gliding in the sky. No, not like this all the time. And that means too much effort. Your meditation should be like gliding. So these are the six methods that's been mentioned in the Mahamudra teachings. So the Milarepa said these are very powerful methods. It will help for the beginner meaning who never try Singaporean meditations. These six methods, how to place your mind on something, these are very helpful methods. So then according to this, being aware of your awareness, according to that's Mahamudra teachings, according to that, then eventually your meditation should become like still, clear water. That's the hope. Beware of your awareness. Hopefully, eventually all this thought will settle down at the bottom. There's just think that your mind is like water. Before it's very murky, there's so much going on. Eventually. But it does require energy because right now, if you have 10 thoughts, you have 10 energies. There's a running like small 10 creek. Each one has no power. When you're trying to place all your energy into something, you're kind of like gathering all this small little creek and making one creek. It does require energy. So that's why it's become powerful. So while you do concentrations according to teaching of sixth profession, it makes your mind calm and peaceful. Is there something, is it good? Yeah, it's very good. Once your mind is calm and peaceful, it can, and the amount of energy it creates has positive impact on other people. Yeah, so when you be around with the people who are really calm and relaxed, it helps you. When you're around people who are nervous all the time, it kind of makes you nervous too, for no reason. That's what it means, energy, impact, okay? So, six now method, how to place your mind. So then one more thing, then we'll do one or five more meditation, then we'll stop, okay? So what if my mind act like a bird that's been trapped in the cage on the ship in the middle of oceans? What I should do if my mind act like that? Just release, just release, just let it go. Look, why it wants to go just now, like more like analytical meditation. Why it wants to go, where it wants to go, just look at the whole process. The bird will fly, hoping maybe there's some other thing to land on. Realize there's nothing to land on, will come back. That means you are back to your meditations, okay? Like that. So don't fight. Don't blame or don't tell, oh, you are like failure, you don't know how to do meditation, you're never good at anything. Don't do all these unnecessary things, Just let it go. Just stand up, go doing something, talk to a friend, or like that, then come back. Putting effort doesn't mean fight. Putting effort doesn't mean fight. It has to be very comfortable. So then, of course, the breathing, then this is the last one. If you are using breathing as a mechanism to do this, so then you need to learn how to sit properly. Breathing is very important. You need to sit properly, especially to make sure your back is straight. Rest too, you don't need to worry about that. Being aware of your awareness, no need to worry. Another one, but if you're using breathing as a technique, then you need to learn how to sit straight. So that's quite important. Yeah, so maybe one more time meditation. There are three options, whatever option you choose. Okay, this is going to be a little longer, so you don't have to sit. You can go around. Okay, kiss. Okay, you don't need to sit. Don't feel like you have to sit. You can walk around, go down, come back. Okay. Uh, mm, don't think I think you are thinking. I think that meditation, what it's trying to do is trying to lead you to all the way to the stages where you think nothing. I think that meditation is leading you all the way, leading you to the stage. Eventually, you think nothing. 寄养一了没去，寄养 means you're thinking nothing. First, to be aware of your awareness. That meditation is not going to lead you to think nothing. But that meditation is like being aware of your awareness. First one, you're focusing on your breath in and out. So that's not going to lead you to think nothing. You're focusing on your breathing. But this all three meditation will make your mind calm and peaceful. Yeah. So that's something I want to share. Any questions about meditations? Yeah, so
Good morning.
oh,
Geshe, as you were saying, bird in the sky with no imprint. I'm just trying to go back through the six.
method, okay.
The methods, stillness at the bottom of the ocean, bird gliding in the sky, the smooth sheet under the blankets or something.
The dub, I'm not sure. I would probably need to demonstrate. Dub means like this. That's called dub. So then when you do this, so they just, that's what it's called. I'm not sure. Whatever you call in English, how you say?
I would just say like this straightening the sheet, like I don't know.
Rappel, dub, like something like that means like that. Okay. No, there's no, so maybe it's time to learn Tibetan. Because there's no word. Okay, did it? Yeah.
Did I get them all? Was there
There's 6 of them.
yeah, so I think I got 4.
Big bird gliding.
The big bird gliding.
Then
Oh, the baby.
the baby looking at, they say,
Oh,
looking
that's
at
the
the
one.
temple, because Tibetan temple are very colorful.
Yeah.
And so many color, So baby look at that, just see as they are. They don't have no opinion, no judgmental. We used to see things like that, but then we become so educated, so sophisticated, become so serious now. We hardly see anything without projections. That's why we are getting further and further away from the fact. We just stuck with the projections or perception projections. So that's why life gets complicated, unfortunately. So sun without cloud. First one. Sun without cloud. Sun without cloud. Then you got 6. Very good. Yeah. Yeah. So then,
Anyone online have a question? Or anyone else here in the Gampa? Now's your chance.
no question is good news for me. So not encouraging question. So now, how much time?
Question.
Yeah, how much?
Okay, so you said this, some of these meditations that you were just describing, or a couple of them, can lead to thinking about nothing. But isn't the point of meditation to like,
Last, be aware of your awareness. Don't think a thing you are thinking about. The last one, don't think of a thing you are thinking about. That kind of leads to where you think nothing, basically.
but is that really a goal in meditation? To think nothing?
I think it will help to have peace of mind, calm mind. Probably less thought definitely help. One thought better, no thought much better. So that's why I say, don't think a thing you are thinking about. So that will lead. So another 2, like another one is being aware of your awareness. So that means you are being aware of something, but it doesn't have shape, it doesn't have color. Almost like, what is that? Clear knowing. What is it? Finished. There's no further explanation. What is awareness? Clear knowing. What's clear knowing? No, I don't know how to, now you can't describe.
And that's the goal of the single pointed meditation, because in analytical meditations, we're
Yeah, this is
really
single. Yeah,
contemplating.
this is single pointed. Analytical means then you're analyzing, so there's not concentrate. You are not concentrating.
Okay, got it.
So
Thank you.
making your mind, make sure that making your mind peace and calm require concentration, meditation. Analytical meditations will help, review meditation will help, but not like that. Okay.
How frequently should we practice this type of meditation versus analytical meditation? What would the ratio be?
That's a very good question for someone who never meditate. Maybe Labula, you can answer. I don't meditate, so maybe you. Because I think time-wise, as the best in the morning, time as the best. How often?
How often should we practice this type versus analytical? What should we do?
For the sake of peace of mind, so this three meditation is good. To really understand something, say, oh, Buddhism, say meditation on precious human life. What is that? That's this life. So that, right now when I think I don't see anything precious, I just see something I don't like, or maybe something that I hate, worst case scenario. So then why is so precious? Oh, you need a brainstorm. So that's why you need, why so precious? Because it's like 10 richness. According to Buddhism, it talks about 10 richness and 8 freedom. What are those? You need to learn, analyze. Is each one of them are true? Maybe true, then that's what is considered as precious. So then maybe eventually, without putting any effort, they just thought of precious human life just pops up. So then that's called realizations. So, then that requires, especially emptiness, requires a lot of like analytical thought, So then review, basically like reminding yourself, oh, this is that, like human, or don't ever think that don't think that you have to be perfect. That's more like it's not going to happen. Because human, don't assume somebody's life is perfect. That's probably a mistake. Every human has issues. No human free from these 8 types of issues. And samsara as a whole, if you're dissatisfied, don't blame. That's life. If you get sad, that's life. If you feel lonely, that's life. If you really don't like, then maybe you shouldn't have, from the first place, you shouldn't have this life. How to do that? Liberate. Then if you really don't like, so then otherwise accept. So like I talked to Peter yesterday about discuss about worrying about getting old. There's so much worry getting old and death. I think like then our mind ate it up so many unnecessary and extra suffering that you don't need that. Your mind just ate it up. Mostly going against the fact, the reality. Life is not perfect. Or hoping to be happy all the time. Sorry, that's not going to happen. Or does that mean life is going to be miserable all the time? No. Life will be happy sometime. When you're happy, think something good and hope that happiness for every living being. Not just your family, every living being. always, using like always, like whatever that comes into your way, using that for the greater cause, So, so I just any questions? Otherwise, I'm going to read this one. Yeah.
I was wondering, I understand how through meditation you can attempt to try to get back to like seeing things as though you're a baby or like viewing them without judgment. But I was wondering if you had any advice on how you could cultivate that like in daily life outside of just the meditation practice.
That answer will take probably 20 more years to answer that question. Or maybe there's no answer. Ale, so they're going to please, anybody? Tendula. Can you repeat the question one more time?
The question was,
Without meditations?
yeah, outside of
Meditation.
like the cushion practice,
Yeah, very good.
how can you cultivate the like non-judgmental view that like a baby has within daily life?
Geshe, I remember
Yeah, please,
example
yeah.
that you've shared.
Yeah.
When this building was first being built.
I don't remember so many things I've been said like been 27 years. I don't remember all of them.
When this building was first being built, I heard the story that I think you and Donna drove up to come check on things, and there was a car in the parking lot, and the first reaction of seeing the car was, "Oh, who's here and why are they here?" Like it was kind of negative, but then it was like then Geshe changed it and was like, "Oh, good, someone's coming here to Kadampa Center to see our wonderful center that's being built here." So maybe something like that, like seeing it instead of, seeing it with judgment or a preconception, try to just be open to what it is. Yeah.
Very, very, very good questions. Very practical, very good questions. You ask many of those questions, then you'll never see monk in the center.
Well, I'd just like to comment that here we talk about these concepts about how you could empty your mind of your worries or how you can get so you can focus on only one thing or how you can shut out many worrying thoughts that might be crowding in. And so I think the first step is just becoming aware that this is something you could do. I think to a lot of people, even becoming aware of their thoughts, their mind has just been going for years. They've never been introduced to the idea that you could slow down your mind or focus your mind, or that maybe you'd be happier if you weren't worried about all the things that the news channel is telling you, and that for all their other motivations, people are trying to press upon you, mostly to sell you stuff or keep you watching their TV channel or whatever, And fact is, you can probably set aside almost all that stuff and be happier and have a mind that's more peaceful and calm. And I think the idea that it's even possible is the start. And then you gradually work on that some. And after years, like I've been attending here 15 years. And so this, it seems just like that's normal. That's the way things are. Your mind doesn't need to be in turmoil all the time. You don't need to be angry, and so on. And gradually, you realize that this is the way life could appear to you, to your mind. And then, of course, there's that basic Buddhist concept that life is mostly what is in your mind. You know, it originates in your mind, and all these related thoughts.
Very good, wonderful. Yeah.
Hold on, Venerable
Yeah.
Tenzin, you can go ahead.
Yeah, please.
Geshe-la, the question made me think of Angulimala.
Angulimala.
Angulimala, he was a criminal and he raped and killed and tortured people and burned their villages and stole their goods. And then he heard the teachings of the Buddha and his mind was changed. This is the way I was told the story. His mind was changed like it was hit by lightning. And he said, "Oh, I've been such a horrible person. How can I be good?" And he tried to be good, but he had all these long habits and he kept being tempted to hurt and steal again. So he took white pebbles and dark colored pebbles and he put them in his pocket. And each night, I was told, before he ate dinner, he'd think about, or before he went to sleep, he'd think about what he did that day and he'd give himself a white pebble for everything good he did and a dark pebble for everything bad he did. And the teacher that first told the story, Reba Rinpoche, he said, "Oh, when I was a young monk, I thought this is such a good thing to do, and I got my pebbles." And he said, "At first, only dark pebbles."
Yeah.
And then slowly, more white, more white. And I think in the West, we become seduced by thinking of ourselves. Why did I do this? Why didn't someone do that? Geshe-la calls them complications. We think over and over about ourselves, but I love this white pebble, dark pebble, because it just boils it down to what did I do that's good? What did I do that's bad? And really, that's all that matters. So that would be my answer to that question.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. Yeah.
The off the cushion answer that I have is from Kandroma Julie Henderson. And it's when you're walking through the world, the very simple practice of what she calls wow. So say I've never seen you before, and I have that childlike innocence of the world, and I, wow. And then you're right in it. And it's a breath in, eyes widening, breastbone rising, appreciation of whatever you're in the presence of will take you to that place. Maybe that helps.
Yeah, well, that's good. Thank you, wonderful.
Great questions. I think it's important also to understand how we react to things. And I think your question was, well, how do we look at things as a baby will look at them without any judgment? And I think being aware of how we react to things and the fact that we have been raised to react to things very fast. And social media, for example, is based upon reactions. You had to see something, you had to react immediately, you had to press the like button, you had to share, you had to subscribe, right? All of that happens very fast. But if you become aware of your reactions, I think that you start to look at things in a different way because you say, okay, I see this and I automatically feel angry or sad or happy, or I feel pleasure, or I feel disdain. But the process of reaction, the reaction in our brains, that tells us a lot of what our connections or our relationship to the things that we're seeing are. And babies don't have that, right? They could see the Statue of the Liberty, and I really don't know what a baby would think of the Statue of the Liberty the first time that the baby sees the Statue of the Liberty, right? But we think of America, we think of freedom, we think of a bunch of things, right? So we have these associations, but if we are aware of those associations, then at least we can control more how we react. And we can get it to a point that at some point, I imagine we see something that is really something that we don't like, but we don't feel hatred, or we see something that we really like, but we also don't feel that we are dying to have that thing.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So let's go. Yeah, you want to say? Yeah, give it to her. Oh, you want to say something? Yeah.
One thing that came to mind for me when thinking about a way to foster looking at things as a baby was the way that octopus eyes have developed. Our eyes have developed to create sharper images and clean lines and clear-cut things, but octopus's eyes have developed to create spectrums of light. There are no clear-cut lines. There are only variations and shades of color. And so trying to deconstruct things that we view as items or singular things, and instead looking at the world around us as a spectrum that doesn't have clear delineations might be an interesting way to go about that.
Wonderful. Very good. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. You want to say something?
I was thinking, your question and everything, right? This is what it's all about, right? I always teach the guys in prison that the work that the meditation, that's preliminary. Sitting on the cushion, that's preliminary, right? It's when we get off the cushion that we really do the practice. That's when it really, really matters. And so constantly we have to always look at every opportunity, every obstacle as an opportunity to practice, right? We see somebody and this person is acting a certain way. This is an opportunity for us to be able to look at our own minds and instead of saying what might just, come up, stop and think something different. Not say something negative. It's so easy for us to just say something negative. It's so easy for us just to see something and interpret that as something, right? We have to learn how to change all of that. Just accept things the way that they are. This is it. This is it. And I accept that. I'm content. I accept that. Instead of judging, look at myself, work on myself, right? And not try to fix somebody else. We are adept at fixing other people's problems. We do not look at our own issues, right? We have to learn how to look at our own self. So this is the work. This is what it's all about. Cushion is nice. The chair is nice, but that only prepares us for helping us to deal with what's out there. And the moment I leave this building, I get on I-40, I'm going to have problems, right? That's where my work begins. The moment that I leave this building. Right. Yeah. So just keep doing what you're doing, brother. Yeah. All right.
Let's go. So, see, that's produced a lot of opportunity for a lot of people to speak up. Thank you very much, all of you. So, the very beginning of the class, what I said, everybody's acting. I think everybody's, including yourself, everybody's acting because I think the based on they don't want slightly suffering. They don't want slightly suffering. That's why we are acting, because we don't want suffering. Because based on that, we are acting or saying, doing things, thought comes. So not necessarily always necessarily to cause you pain. Maybe they're acting because they want happiness. Maybe they're acting, but the action doesn't lead to happiness. It leads to somebody, that leads to them unhappiness, that cause somebody else unhappiness. So I think the out of cushion practice, I think positive thought is the way to fight with the judgmental. So we don't judge if someone says, oh, you look wonderful, you look great, and you look happy. We don't judge. Only we judge if somebody says something, oh, your hair looks kind of like a mess. Then you. So I think I had also discussions with Phillips long time when we drove to Washington, D.C. So what Phillips says is very true. Like people not necessarily acting. Maybe they are acting because they want something good, so that's why they're acting. They are not necessarily acting to harm you, but it's being harm. So what Shanti Deva said here, I think this was a very important piece of message. Dunga torde semi just if you wish to overcome the suffering, but looks like you are going for suffering. Our like whole math calculation for happiness is going wrong. It's going wrong. That's why Shanti Deva says, you want to overcome suffering, but you looks like you're going for suffering. The very mechanism. I think the best, in my opinion, best way to fight is like to having this understanding. Nobody wants any suffering. Nobody wants a person that's saying something or person that's saying nice to you, person that's saying nasty things to you. None of them, including myself, nobody wants suffering. That is the fact. Nobody is satisfied with happiness. So how to keep that thought alive? Maybe repeating. Some text that says, train your mind verbally. Verbally means like saying some word. Before you get angry, repeating, oh, anger is a pain. If I harbor that, I will be in a pain. Then I will have no mental happiness, no physical comfort. I'm not able to sleep, no appetite. These are all done by anger. If you repeat that, I think more likely you will prevent yourself to get angry because you are thinking about the result the anger will cause. So that right then, there is hard. It's like almost like a person is dead 10 days ago. You're trying to bring that back to life. It's going to be hardest like that. Before, thinking, or maybe 5 minutes before, maybe you're going to see someone, maybe there's risk that you may going to lose your patience. 5 minutes before, thinking about repeating this word and going there, situation is going to be different, definitely different, because you are being aware. So I think, in my opinion, the best thing is not piece of cake. It's like harder than cushion practice. The question, so going to like Costco, then you say, okay, try to avoid the line. Then you go to Monday, so that there's tons of people on the Monday. Is there less people? There are more people on Monday. You wonder why they are there. But you being there is no problem. But they are being there is big problems. So the feeling they are shopping cart, that's even more problems. They should have less things, But your shopping cart full, but there's no problem. Like that kind of is not easy, but we can't give up, so we have to try. So I think like loving kindness, compassion, basic understanding, and like and the very word, all mother-centered beings. May all mother-centered beings have happiness, cause happiness. That word is a very powerful one. So right now we may think, oh, I have nothing, just a stranger, I have nothing, we have no connection. It's not that true. We do have connections. So like you remember your parent, great-parent, great-parent, then how many we remember? Maybe 6 generations. After that, we just disappear. When you go, it looks like even this life, according to science-based reality, we humans are related. If we trace back, I'm not how long, then based on Buddhism, may all mother-centered beings, Buddhism is like then life has no beginning. So that gets long. So that all this time, am I become tree or rock or like food or water? That's hard to believe. The water become human. That's hard to believe. Psychologically, logically, it doesn't make sense. Water become human, then human become water. That's probably not going to happen. There's like law of causality. There's law, the natural law. So this wood doesn't become human. The human doesn't become wood. And so then, there's all this trying to have knowledge. Knowledge is needed. in order to tackle that. So without knowledge, I think simple belief is not going to help. Without knowledge. So more knowledge to help you to think something positive. Then eventually you become good at. So that even though you see something horrible, you manage to think something good. Or people say, oh, your hair don't look good. You heard like, oh, pizza is so delicious. That's much. So then mind is kind of like transform, everything transforms. So echo, in the text it says, just imagine this like echo. There's no substance, it's just echo. Hello is hello. But that all does in the mind. There's not something you take or drink. It's all in the mind. So very good questions. And thank you very much. So then also enjoy potluck. Okay.
I know we're over time, but quick announcement about tomorrow is Chokurduchen, and that represents Buddha's first teaching, the Four Noble Truths. And so it's a very special and auspicious merit multiplying day. Geshe-la will be here at 5:30 tomorrow morning to confer or offer precepts.
To take a nap.
And then lead meditations. And do some other practices. So if you can join us tomorrow for Chokurduchen, please do so. There's lots of information online.
If you're interested to do traditional Lamrim meditations, tomorrow is opportunities. I'm going to lead how the Lamrim review, analytical Lamrim meditation been done, very traditional way. And like Lamrim is the stages of the path taught by Lama Atisha, then comment by Lama Tsongkhapa. So that's what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay, after the precept.
Hey, those in the Gampa, would please turn to page 246, and we'll read the dedication verses from the book that Geshe-la quoted from by Shantideva. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled, with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. Poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now please turn to page 244, 245 for the long life prayers. First for His Holiness. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful chanters, intents, and Gyatso. Please remain until samsara ends. And the long life prayer for Khensa Rinpoche, Jetsun Losang Dawa, page 245. The one who masters speech at a very young age. The one with great patience, received the name Alatare. The one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa and Bliss and Void. Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition. Please remain until samsara ends. Now go to the inside back cover for the prayer for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Peerless teacher and assembly of the children of victorious ones, Shravakas and prodigies. Victorious Losang father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of the infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice, wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged, incomparable venerable Guru, to you I make requests. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of victorious one's teaching. also a gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge. And for mother living beings, you suddenly departed to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam and glow for fortunate disciples. Now please turn to the inside front cover for the long leg prayer for Geshe-la. Supreme God, you lead us on the many paths of virtue. A shining sun, you give us the best of excellent explanations. Supreme virtuous friend, you a constant Dharma companion. Lama who renounced fame, may you ever remain. And then the long life prayer for Geshe-sampo. You who have steadfast imprints of virtuous qualities and keep the instructions of the glorious Guru in your heart. You pass day and night with noble activities. Great virtuous friend, may you have a very long life. And then 7 Tara mantras for all beings. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re So Ha.
Thank you. Greetings from Bluebird. Please visualize the potluck, all my friends online. Visualize.
Gracias, Ale, muchas gracias.
Gracias, saludos.
Bye, everybody online.
Thank you. Bye,
Thanks for joining
everybody.
us.
Thank you, Linda.
Have a